But hang on, we had the buildings. It's on the map. These cities, these places, they existed. Well, some of them still exist. And they were recognised to exist then. And the Silk Route, the trading thread that Samarkand to China. I mean, amazing things came from the Far East. Buildings are astonishing. They're not just there. They're everywhere. Is it that we've copied them? But we didn't have the technology to copy them. That's the whole point. Do you really think we built some of these? Well, even in the United States, these state buildings, that we threw them up in, I don't know, the 1880s and 1890s. They look a lot older. They look a lot older. How come we copied the technology so well when it wasn't ours? And not just we, I mean, each continent of the world seems to have these. I mean, even South America's got this sort of combination or mix of Gothic, Egyptian, Greek, whatever you want to call it. Magnificent buildings. And we've taken enormous numbers of them down. You know, we've got photographs of those that existed before. The reset, if you like, of the late 19th century, is it? And, you know, the fiction that we put them up and took them down again within 30 or 40 years. I mean, or even a few months in the case of the great world fairs. Stone. Weathering too. It's all very strange. We don't seem to know the half of the matter. That's the reality of it. For instance, how grand was China? Which is, on some maps, the earliest of the ones we've got, is all part of Greater Tartaria, or Tartaria, in fact. It's only called Greater in more recent times, I think. But China was silk, opium, gunpowder too, technologies, magnificent cities, Beijing, Peking, go back far enough. It's Mongol. Mongols took it. No, they took it from the Chinese. We say, okay, well, fine, but it was still there. That's the point. Magnificent cities. Even Samarkand. What's the other one? I've mentioned it somewhere anyway. They're really well known. Bukhara. And had a glorious reputation. The prosperity of the Silk Route. Do you know even the Guildhall in London, in myth, is built by the two giants, Gog and Magog? I can't remember if there are or there were effigies of them, statues, whatever you like to call them. Not very Christian. And of course, symbolic of the heart of trade, Silk Route, where the giants hail from. Oh, giants are fairy stories, Marsha. Yes, there are many fairy stories about giants. Why is that? Oh, well, I don't know. Something that would intrigue children, I suppose. Have you noticed how impractical state buildings are for normal-sized people? We're pygmies compared to these buildings. And if you had these buildings, I mean, how do you keep the birds out? Do you never open the windows, in which case you've got ventilation from elsewhere? Well, okay, that's not a problem. How do you clean the windows? I mean, are you really going to make a building where the windows are, I don't know how many times higher than a person's height? I mean, aren't you giving yourself an incredible handicap? What's the point in all this wasted volume and space? And all these domes, what's that about? Metallic. Or Gothic spires. Not just one on the building, but lots of them. I mean, ornate. The work in making it. To what point? Why would you do that? There are more questions than answers, of course. It's a world of uncertainty that we be blessed accordingly. Thank you, Heavenly